Look at what we have here now. Record spike in the number of immigrants leaving Canada in recent years. So between 1982 and 2018, 1.18% of permanent residents left Canada. Most of the people in the beginning of this period stayed and probably became Canadian citizens, remained in Canada permanently, or even became a Canadian citizen and left Canada, returned back to whatever, returned to Hong Kong, for example. But the recent spike is began in 2016 to 2019, so that's a 3 year period. The latest period where data is available. But I imagine that the spike in the number of permanent residents of Canada leaving from 2020 up to until 2023 is even much larger because of inflation and also the hostile environment against Asian people and Chinese people, where there's a hostile living environment and life is just not possible anymore. So 2016, 2019 is the latest period with data, and it's much higher. So when you average it out over a 4 year period, of course it's going to be 1.18. It sounds low still and is low, but that's a 4 year period. But if you look from 2016 to 2019, it's a huge percent of people. People are frustrated from all the racial discrimination. People can't find jobs. If they qualify for a job, employers will say, oh, you don't have Canadian work experience. But how are you going to get Canadian work experience if you can't get a job to begin with? So it's a doom loop. Can't get Canadian work experience without getting a job in Canada. There's no hope. You just can't, just doesn't work. It's just an excuse to discriminate against people based on their ethnic origin. Canada and Western countries clearly not the dreamland that immigration consultants and the government of Canada and whatever country portrays itself to be. They're selling false hope. They're selling a defective product called immigration. And when people stay in Western countries of Canada for a year or two, if they even make it that long without any source of income, they know that they cannot survive, they can't make it, and it's just not right for them, and they leave. This is benefit immigration right now. It's benefiting nobody. It's not benefiting the immigrants, and it's also not benefiting people who are already in Canada because it's contributing to lack of affordable housing, lack of infrastructure, and inflation. There's no, Canada is basically fool's gold. Nobody wants to stay in a deranged country where they're discriminated against, no job opportunities, and they live like people, like poor people who can't afford anything. Where eating out at restaurants are viewed as a luxury. University level education is a luxury. Everything is a luxury. Home ownership is a luxury. There's no hope.